right, so what we've known now we can use to initiate some topics of discussion. What I want to do is to break into 5 groups, or 4 groups in the back tables there, 4 tables, and give your name of the company, and what's your greatest challenge that you face with Lockout, and what do you want to get from today's session. So you can go now, or you can group around these tables, whichever is more convenient. I guess if we just had that, yeah, everybody turn and... What if you know everyone? Are you guys all Master Lock?
Yeah.
Milwaukee? Okay. Weren't in the initial training go around, huh?
I think it was 80 degrees that day, I think.
Oh, right, yeah, the homesick.
That's right.
What do you guys think we discussed with your groups when we did the trainings, what do you think your biggest challenges are with Lockout?
Procedures.
Once you have the procedures, do you think there might be some additional challenges? You have procedures right now, right? Your text-based ones with the check marks?
Yeah, well, how about, like, I'm an electrician, so you have a secondary source coming in. You can't shut off the zinc pot. That'd be bad. What are you going to do about that, though?
So you have to work on it partially live, right? Because shutting down is impractical. Then there's ways to work on it live and be compliant. You have to make sure the sources that are coming in are not hazardous to you. So a zinc pot. But as long as you're not working on that electrical components or the component that powers, so keeping it warm.
You're working right here. So the energy is right next to you.
If it poses a hazard, you have to lock it out. Even if it causes a lot of downtime associated with it, a lot of impracticality, unless you can find an alternative to be safe and get that equivalent level of safety, then you do have to just lock it out. So yeah, on that example, there are cases where you didn't normally lock it out, but the machine may have to be re-engineered so that it can provide a level of safety while still keeping those components live.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
Or then you just have to take it to zero energy state when you do your service. So sometimes re-engineering will pay for itself pretty quick when you see how much downtime or machine damage is associated with zero energy state. How long can it be locked out before it causes machine damage?
Well, how long can a pot go before it actually gets
back
solid?
up.
Just harden back up.
Well, it'll liquefy again once you start it back up.
Yeah.
So then the real burden is the associated time it takes to recycle the machine. How long does your service typically take when you're locking it up?
And I know one of her.
It sounds like then you just have to lock it out and deal with the fact that it's going to take a long time to start it back up.
So
There are partial energy control where you can work on certain aspects live, as long as that doesn't pose a hazard to you while you're servicing. Or sometimes you have to work on it live to do diagnostic work. Your electrician, you said. So there's a lot of cases where you have to do something that involves that it has to be live to do your work. Those are cases where lockout's not applicable there. So the procedures are mandated by OSHA to be available. They don't say you have to follow them every time. You have to follow them when unexpected re-energization could cause harm to you. And then the corporation might want to protect their equipment and property as well. So OSHA doesn't care about that. They care about you, your safety only.
yeah, right. That's why.
And the biggest problem we got, like our department, is we're getting new people in that never worked with Lockout, and they're just doing it 35 years, and they're just so stubborn that they don't want to do it.
And you have new people?
They just argue. Yeah, they'll argue. Like we'll have these little meetings with John, and they'll just argue. And
Are we
argue
talking somebody with
and
30
argue.
years experience or somebody just started in the job?
Someone just started working at Masterlock, but they got 30 years experience
Oh, okay.
somewhere else,
Yeah, right.
and they never did it before. So they're just arguing.
That's the culture
arguing,
change. That's
arguing.
not easy switch. Sometimes people with previous experience, we never did it this way, and we would say that's his fault. You know, the person with 10 years experience that got his arm chopped. He could have said that in the meeting right before that. I've always done it this way, and I've never been hurt. You know, and then he goes out there. We're trying to point out the fact when you're dodging bullets, you got to start recognizing it because there's only so many times you're going to dodge before you get hit.
Actually being fine when it's actually the total fault of the employee themselves.
No, the company can avoid all fines if somebody had the procedures, the training, and all the policies in place to protect them, like what Masterlock's doing now. If you fail to follow that procedure and you fail to do that safety steps necessary to protect you, you'll
you'll be out a finger and out a job. Whatever damage, whatever injury you suffered, it's unfortunate. Then you're also going to be let go as well, because they don't want you around making their place unsafe. You also could have chopped up somebody else. Essentially, you also could have done machine damage, downtime, and makes their workers' comps go up. So yeah, companies can completely avoid the fine, and worse is, even after you think you're doing the company an advantage by cutting corners, worse is you lose your job for it. So that's why, especially at Master Lock, I know there's a lot of shortcuts. People think they're doing the company a favor to shortcut something, and we try to really get that driven out of their mind and say, don't shortcut, find a way that's safe and productive. That's what we're here to find. It's not always lock it out every time. Find a way to be safe and be productive.
If you have a procedure that's mounted on a machine, do you have to document it when they do service work on it?
Safety.
When they change the machine, you have to update that procedure, but you're not required to keep a log on it. No, that's an internal policy. You might say that, but unfortunately, it doesn't get to do that.
Way down, so they're basically every log.
Yeah, mounting it at the machine isn't required either, but it makes it a lot easier if you're going out to do a service and the procedure's right there. Much more likely to follow it.
How far are you guys on all our procedures? We see them on some machines.
Yeah, the graphical. There's 144 slated for phase 2. And those are just scheduled. We're not approved yet to be there.
That's what I'm saying. We need that.
need
That's
more
what
of
I
those.
meant. The procedures, the picture to show you
We
what
got so
you
many
need to
people
lock
going
on.
onto different machines now, relocating. They don't understand the machines.
Or then you get used to the graphical format and go to the text-based one again. What you have is compliant right now. It needs minimal compliancy, but Master Lock, because of your obvious incidents that you're having, realizes they want to go above and beyond. They want to make it easier for you to follow the steps and make it, I guess, more justifiable to do your job and follow lockout.
Do you guys have a picture one or no? See, because heat treat, his area is where he goes and locks out all the energy. And then we come over and we just lock the box. We need pictures to know, to go around and double check and make sure he has locked out every potential energy source before we put our lock on the box.
We should be able to verify it.
Yeah, we don't have pictures to show us.
Well, mine isn't electrical. Mine's more natural gas, ammonia. That's I can shut off the panel, shut the power off to the motors and everything, and that's right there. That's the only energy source there. But with the natural gas and the ammonia and the endothermic gas, it's, they don't know where that gas is coming from.
So yeah, graphical procedure benefits some machining more than others. So we're getting the complex machinery first.
Maybe you guys go to heat treat first. That's another.
Talk to Carrie. Yeah, she's fighting for it too. She wants us in there. It's budgets right now are tight, so they're trying to get us in. Meanwhile, though, you don't need a procedure to be safe.
Two batch first,
Just
and
need
then
to
we use
know.
the heat treat all the
Don't go in until you've locked all the sources out. So the procedure will just help you be safe.
We kind of rely on our distributors to have knowledge of specific lockout-tagout procedures because we're just a component, So the distributor has to. They're the ones going into the factories and the plants. We'll go with them, if they want us to, but.
We'll help them out and say, hey, you need this, you need this, you need this.
Usually what we do is we go in and describe how the devices are used and so on. And usually we go in with the distributor salesperson. They'll call us and ask us to go in with them. But usually we can just talk about what the devices do, how to use them, apply them, how they are different from the competition and so on.
Okay.
Try to sell ours over somebody else's, basically. Yeah.
How many other brands are out there? Are there a lot of?
Yeah, you'd be surprised. There are probably 3 or 4
Well, that's all.
that you hear about a lot.
Well, you guys know Brady, right? Heard of Brady?
Brady, yeah. I used to work for Brady years ago.
All right, well, yeah, that relationship between Master and Brady's been a long time. But Brady's probably the biggest competitor, right?
Yeah, Brady purchased Prinzing, which was another competitor. So together. North is another one that has, that's pretty much.
Is this Master Lock?
Pretty much. Yeah.
Okay, and then Bemis.
Yeah.
What do you think your
Yeah. What do you think your yeah? What do you think your biggest challenge is with Lockout? I know you've mentioned getting some buy-in from employees.
Yeah.
What do you think your biggest challenge is dealing with Lockout from your perspective?
Things that they wanted to do. I'm a machinist, so you had to lock out the mills and stuff like this, and